Welcome to We Are Carroll, a service of the Community Foundation of Carroll County. I'm your host, Kayla Selinsky. Today, we speak with Caroline Babylon, member and treasurer of the Board of Directors for the Community Foundation of Carroll County. We learn about how the Community Foundation works to support our community and why Caroline loves the Community Foundation of Carroll County. Remember, you can learn more about the Community Foundation of Carroll County on our website, wearecarroll.org. Stay with us.
Hello, I'm Caroline Babylon. I have lived in Westminster and Carroll County most of my life, all but 10 years. I am now retired from a life of banking, many different things, and I am now the executive director at Carroll County Food Sunday, which is the food bank here in Westminster, Tawnytown, and Eldersburg.
What is the role of a board of directors?
So the board should give guidance and support to the organization for which they're the board. A nonprofit board, it's also hoped that they will give financial support, but also leadership and connections for the organization.
Are you on the board at the Community Foundation of Carroll County?
Community Foundation of Carroll County, yes, I've been on the board a very long time and am also the treasurer.
So, how would you describe the Community Foundation of Carroll County?
The Community Foundation of Carroll County has existed since 1990 or so. It is an umbrella organization. There was a new tax ruling and guidance and stuff started back then. It can provide all the backroom operations for a nonprofit or any other effort that somebody wants to do that does not benefit them particularly. So it comes back to the nonprofit status. It provides, we call it an umbrella organization. It provides the accounting, the backroom operation, the tax filing, all the things that a nonprofit needs, but that you as an individual, if you wanted to start a nonprofit, would have trouble doing. And then it also provides a significant philanthropic arm for the community. Each foundation that I've seen is a little different. The Carroll County one is a little more grassroots, that we really have nurtured a lot of small entities, some of which have succeeded and some of which have not. Access Carroll, which is now it's actually now part of the hospital, but it provides medical assistance to those who can't afford other types of medical assistance. They started out as a seed entity in the Community Foundation and then quickly outgrew that, but it gave them a place to start while they were filing their paperwork and stuff. The Boys and Girls Club started out in the Community Foundation when it was up on Union Street and trying to get connected and going. And obviously it's now out and on its own as well.
And what does it mean to you to be on the board of the Community Foundation of Carroll County?
I just think in Carroll County, the Community Foundation is a well-hidden secret, unfortunately, but it provides support for so many organizations. And if you look, a lot of them do put Community Foundation on their information somewhere, but everything from Billy Live and Find Your Purpose to we have over 100 scholarship funds that people do, often in memory of someone they've lost, but giving $100,000 in scholarships, and I don't know that exact number for this year, in scholarships to students who need that help. So it can do many, many things. And I think it's important. We are a community who don't fight among the nonprofits. A lot of areas, the nonprofits are very territorial, and we are not. And the Community Foundation has helped create that atmosphere that it's not a competition. We all want to help people. We can all help in different ways. Community Foundation has quite a number of addiction healing entities, and sometimes they work together and sometimes they do their own thing. But again, we've got to fight addiction one person at a time. And so Group A might not connect with somebody, but Group B might. So we need all those forces fighting that battle.
Why do you love the Community Foundation?
Oh, I love it for all the things it does, obviously. because it is a method that somebody can realize their dream of helping without some of the cumbersome red tape that's involved.
So the community foundation is kind of personal for you because you have some funds under the community foundation.
We have several funds under there. The first is a reserve fund for the therapeutic riding program of Carroll County. We can talk about them later, but it's really just our backroom reserve emergency money hole there. I was on the board of the Huff Barn, which is the 1790s barn that was rebuilt out at the Farm Museum. And while that was happening, it had its own fund under the Ag Center. But now that it's established, we moved that money to the community foundation. It makes it very easy to take care of because there's not a lot of financial activity now. We'll get occasional donations and have occasional bills to pay, but it's not enough that anybody needs to be actively doing it. So the money can sit at the foundation, earn some dividends or interest, and be available as we need it. And we need it, we send a notice into the office and they pay the bill. So it's a very easy way to maintain that money for the Huff Barn, and let them have money to do repairs. The building is on the at the Farm Museum, which is a county property, but this makes the money separate from the county when they need to do repairs on the building. I co-sponsor a scholarship there, the Mike Eaton Scholarship, which is in memory of a friend of ours who was a teacher. So he taught college-bound English at Westminster High School, and he was one of those teachers that connected with people and really guided people. Ernest Thompson, the writer who wrote On Golden Pond, was one of his students. Yes, and spoke at his funeral. So we asked the Westminster High students to write an essay about their most memorable teacher. And then we pick winners, unfortunately, from that because the essays are all really good. And we recognize the student with a scholarship, and we recognize the teacher that they've written about. And that just tugs at your heartstrings when you see that they've remembered a teacher in that way. So that scholarship is there. My parents have a directed fund there. So money there, when my father died, donations went to that fund. And it's actually my nieces and nephews who direct then where that money will go, somewhere in the county to an entity that my parents appreciated in their lifetimes. So that's the next generation directing those funds to support entities.
Why should nonprofits work with the Community Foundation of Carroll County?
The big ones shouldn't. So if they're big and have their own payroll and things like that, they don't need the community foundation. Although it's a good place to put their funds that they want to use for special events or special causes, I guess I would say. But the middle size and the smaller funds should, because it takes that back office strain off of them. Lets the accounting and the tax reporting be done, and lets the nonprofit focus on their nonprofit reason rather than the minutia of keeping track of all of it.
And you mentioned that the community foundation was like a public secret. So why is it a secret? What's going on? Why doesn't anyone know about the community?
It's just hard to talk excitedly about somebody who does taxes. It's not like we sponsor concerts or solve medical problems or even feed people, which I do in my other life. It's just a back room, it's like getting excited about an accounting firm or such. So it's a little hard to build up excitement about that. But yet it needs funding. It has its own payroll and stuff that need to be covered. And there is a fee to the entities that are funds within us, so that we can cover those costs.
So how do we make it not a secret? What's like something that nonprofits need to know about the Community Foundation of Carroll County?
The one good thing we've been doing is the new focus on the Philanthropist of the Year, POY, we call it. Okay, it used to be that we did it looking out at who in the community is a big philanthropist, because that is what the foundation is all about. But now we really focus on the funds within and what funds are doing exciting things. And those, we've done that for 3 years now. That has been really good because it really has highlighted the ponies. So at the end of this month, we have a fund that sponsors purchasing Chincoteague ponies at the pony auction in the end of July. And that is funded by someone who was started in memory of someone who just loved the whole pony auction and herself had bought ponies for kids. So now kids from all over the country apply to be one of the winners who gets a pony at the pony auction.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So it has long tentacles out into not just the community, but and just does all kinds of things. It's like, yeah, we bought a pony today. Who knew?
So I know the Community Foundation does a lot for the community. What can the community do to support the Community Foundation of Carroll County?
The biggest things would be spread the word and tell people that we exist, and support. We've done a fundraising campaign, the 30/30 this year, and of course sponsoring and attending the POY event, which is in September. I have to check on that date. Mm-hmm.
Good. And if someone wants to learn more about the Community Foundation of Carroll County, where should they go?
Well, they should go first to the website, which is wearecarroll.org, and go from there. You can drill down, you can see all the different funds, and the purposes of the funds are listed there. And donations can be made to the foundation or to the funds.
So my last segment is called Staff Smiles. And we have so many wonderful staff members. So do you have a staff member that has made you smile recently, or all of them, or a story about them?
Oh, all of them. I'm not sure. I mean, I deal with each one in different manners and different ways.
Go down the line, Jackie.
Well, Jackie, I've known for a long time. I've watched her grow within the foundation from the right-hand person to now the leader person, but yet she knows all the intricacies and the details down to the accounting and everything else. And then Mel is now doing all the details of the accounting and the entries and the thank yous, but they know the funds so well and they know the stories behind the funds that they just care so deeply. It's really nice. Amy is the one on the phone, always there, always ready to help, and tell you what you need and point you in the right direction. And then Sharon is the creative brains behind everything right now, making things happen, making POY happen, making the fundraising campaign happen, and she really worked hard on the new website with the applications for the scholarships, because that application process is now all online. And when you go on and start answering the questions, it directs you in the direction of the scholarships that are appropriate to you. Wonderful. So that's really nice.
I would say the Community Foundation of Carroll County has like an A team, maybe an Avengers, maybe just a bunch of superheroes that are making it happen. And then we also have the board of directors that are behind the scenes helping it all go. So
there you go.
Thank you for the work you do. This is wonderful. And thank you for your time. This has been great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the We Are Carroll Project. To hear more episodes, please visit wearecarroll.org. That's wearecarroll.org. Talk to you next time.